The Today Show interviewed a 5-year-old by the name of Dyson and his mom, Cheryl. And the reason why Dyson is an interesting 5-year-old boy is because he likes to refer to himself as Princess Boy. So we have the video. You guys will understand why he's referred to as Princess Boy, and then we'll discuss.
Yeah.
I'm a princess boy, and I love wearing dresses, and I love the colors of pink and red. I'm a princess in a castle.
For little Dyson, now 5, this is part of his everyday play. But for his mom, Cheryl Davis, it took some getting used to.
My initial reaction was to redirect, play with the truck, or read certain books.
When Dyson wanted to be a princess for Halloween, Cheryl initially resisted, but soon changed her mind.
My older son, Kobe, said, "Mom, why can't you just let him be happy?" And at that moment, I knew that this was more my issue. And if Kobe could be a ninja, why couldn't he be a princess?
Since then, they've allowed their youngest son to explore his interest in all things dressy and sparkly.
He's not contagious. He's just like any other kid. Plays checkers, he plays in the trees. He just likes to do it in a dress. Big deal.
He likes pretty things. Pink is his favorite color.
The experience led Cheryl to self-publish a book, My Princess Boy, which she wrote as a tool to encourage acceptance of Dyson and his dresses.
A store clerk once said to me, "Are you really going to buy that for him?" And I said, "Can you just read this book for 60 seconds?" And after she read it, she apologized.
Word spread. Their story appeared on a local TV talk show and in People magazine. Soon, a major publisher picked up My Princess Boy, which landed in bookstores across the country just before Christmas.
I think it's fantastic, and I think that what it tells us is that these boys, their parents, and the social world is no longer the same. There is an audience for this book, and there are people who need this kind of information and this kind of help.
All right. So you're curiously waiting my decision?
Yeah, I'm a little afraid, to be honest with you. Obviously, I love the mom because you can't fight it. This is who the 5-year-old is. I mean, you can't change his urges. Go ahead, Jake. What do you want to say?
Totally agree.
Yay! Oh. Because what are you going to do to this kid? You know, you're going to force him to play with trucks. You're going to force him to wear, boy clothes. You're just going to suppress who he really is. And then all of a sudden, when he hits his teen years, he's going to rebel and he's going to get mixed up in the wrong things.
No, I think the mom played it exactly right.
Yeah.
I would initially resist. I'm keeping it real, okay? I mean, the minute, somebody says a young kid that might or might not know better is like, hey, I like a dress, I'm like, that's cool, let's try the cowboy stuff first and then let's come back to the dress, okay? I'm keeping it real. That's what I would do, okay? And maybe that's wrong, but that's what I would do, right? But if it's absolutely clear, then what are you going to do? You're right. All you're going to do is damage the kid. I love the parents. I think they played it exactly right. I couldn't love the dad anymore. He said it's not contagious. Mm-hmm. He's like, what am I going to do? You play, and then it is what it is. It's not a big deal. And by the way, I have a family friend, same exact situation with this boy.
Really?
Yeah, and that's why when she wrote Princess Boy, she got all this mail from all over the world saying, oh my God, me too. And the same thing, my friend was like, they tried, and then they're like, no, he likes dresses. No way around it. They bought him a dress.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Yes. Accept your son. Let him dress the way he wants to. Don't turn him into a media figure based on who he is. I think that's going to screw him up in a different way later. Mm-hmm. Now his whole identity is out there as people judging him. And there are a lot of bad people who are going to do that. He has to deal with that. And now he's the center of this thing that you thrust upon him. That's the only downside I can see. And maybe she didn't foresee that. So I'm not saying that she maliciously
I hear
doing
what you're
that,
saying, JR, but I'm not buying it. Because, look, I think she did some good here. I mean, I think a lot of people, as she said, went through the same thing as my friend did, right? And then they gained some strength from her story. So, no, I don't think that's screws up.
No, they did. What about your son?
I don't think the son seems fine. Look, we
Still
don't
5
know.
years old. I'm saying I think it's going to have some problems for him later.
But he's already in a dress, JR. If people were going to hassle him, they're going to hassle him over the dress. They're not like, oh, wow, oh, yeah, you were in a video. Yeah, I mean, look, the dude's in a pink dress. Keep it real.
Everybody's
5 years old.
Yeah, I don't know. You're the subject of this book it's very, I don't know how very controversial it is, but you're the subject of this book that people are going to disagree with. fine. They're assholes. Let them disagree with it. But it's kind of it's putting the burden on him. It's putting it all on him.
I mean, I
Kid's
see.
5 years
I
old.
keep saying that I see what you're saying because look, I get it, right? Like, so for example, let's say 15 years from now, he's 20 years old and he's no longer Princess Boy, right? And he's totally straight. But then here's the book and the pictures and all that stuff of when he was Princess Boy. Could be an issue, right? So I understand what J.R. is saying, but I'm still in the camp of no, she's trying to do the right thing here.
Yeah,
and
I
I think
agree.
she's helped people.
Yeah, I agree because I think that stories like this help, parents with kids like this integrate into society. You know what I mean? They don't feel like they're alone.
So that they're
They
not
don't-
judged anymore.
Yeah,
they're not alone. That's
exactly.
great.
Yeah, and I like that.
Yeah,
Great. Yeah, I'm not going to sacrifice my son. My son's not Jesus. I'm not going to put him out and get sacrificed for everyone else. So it's my son.
How do you know? You haven't had a
Fuck your
son yet.
kids. Mine.
Yeah.
I just don't, that's the only thing. I understand what you guys are saying, too. I totally do.
No, what
But
I'm just saying
my son
is-
isn't there to help everyone else in the world.
No, but you're Reverend Jackson, so who knows? Maybe your son will be Jesus. So, I mean, look, Jesus is right behind you. You never know what could happen.